Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
Now we're recording for real.
Is your phone gonna die?
No.
Did you look?
No.
Okay, great.
I feel like we should just go. Welcome.
Yeah. So, hold on. This is episode 54,
Welcome
4.
to Nonsense.
This is how we work because the exact episode that we recorded right before this, like 2 hours ago, we also did not know which episode that was.
Sure. No.
And we said this is episode 52 or 53, which
I
we
don't know.
only say that for our own records.
Yeah.
But honestly, none of us know which episode.
No, because
No.
Miranda's not here. And
Miranda
Miranda's
is not here.
Miranda-
Miranda's gone. So,
She-
anyway,
Welcome to Baggage
welcome
Claim.
to Baggage Claim. And
Pull up
so,
the table.
Yeah, so grab a drink, your favorite drink, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. If you're driving in the car, your favorite coffee, water, whatever it is.
Mountain
and just,
Dew.
pull
Ew.
up to the
Come on.
table.
Dr.
And
Pepper.
with us, and we're going to have some good conversation. Baggage Claim is a place for community and conversation. And today is completely different from anything we've
I
done.
feel like
in
we
the,
say things are different a lot,
no, this is different.
but the thing is we do different a lot.
And I like that.
I do.
I like that.
And can I also notice, like,
Oh, Greg
we
just
have
turned his
these
hat backwards.
massive balloons. Can I say, where did we get those balloons? Because that was from like
Our
4 weeks ago.
50th.
Ashley Minton and Michael Minton
Our
bought us
50th
They're still like on the
episode.
roof over there.
five
like the
old
helium.
balloons for our
There.
50th
Bro,
episode.
we should totally pop one of those suckers open and use it for the rest of this episode and tell a squeaky voice.
Oh, we should have squeaky helium voice.
I tried to reference our 50th episode earlier this evening. We were talking about something. I said our 50th anniversary.
You did.
50th anniversary.
I'm like, nope, that's not it.
This
Nope.
is going to be different in the sense that we're going completely off the cuff.
Yeah.
And so we may not actually.
Have a topic?
Well,
No,
we
we're
currently
just.
don't.
We're just gonna go.
I have no idea.
We're just gonna
I
go
bet you
wide
love
open.
this, Jess.
I
don't
hate
you?
it. I hate it.
So wherever we're at, and this is maybe a chance for you guys to get to know us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and that's my hope is that we get to share opinions and ideas and things that we've worked through, right?
Well, I will say when I'm in a conversation with Michael and Greg, you two tend to talk more.
No.
And so then I sit back and just kind of like, okay, y'all have at it. So
So for
if
the rest of
I,
this episode,
if I
Jess
be
is gonna lead.
quiet,
yeah, you're the lead. You're the
No.
lead. You're the
What
lead
are we
girl.
talking about?
no.
Lead us off.
So if I be quiet, I'm not being sassy.
So
I'm
if
not
I be
pouty.
quiet-
I'm just saying this is real life, and this is what literally happens in real life.
You're not wrong.
When
Greg
the three
and
of
I
us are
do
together.
kind of get like kids in a candy store when we're together.
You forget that there's a girl
So
here.
let's do question time. Question time. I got a question.
Oh.
What is your favorite conspiracy theory? Like, what would you look up? Like, if you're laying on the couch, it's 11:30 at night. I know this is not you. It had to be 6:30 in the
No,
afternoon.
it'd be more like 1:30 for me.
Yeah, so like it's late at night.
Yeah.
There's like you've watched all the shows you want to watch or YouTube, and you're like, I'm gonna YouTube this conspiracy theory. What would be the one that you would?
Gosh.
I'm going to answer
what's
first.
your top?
Michael,
You can
My
have okay.
question
You
is
can
which
have
one?
You can
No.
have two. You can I give you your top two conspiracy theories. Go.
Oh, two. Okay, number one, the moon landing.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
That is
really
a good one.
That's so
There's
good, dude.
so
That's a
many.
rabbit hole that you just
Oh,
can't get
man.
out of.
And
Like-
then there was an Apple movie. It was called Fly Me to the Moon.
Yes, great movie.
It's
Also a great
solidified.
song.
Go
Never-
ahead.
Me to the moon.
Never heard the song.
was
The
like-
movie was
What?
great.
That's Frank Sinatra, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
No, I'm not-
take you to the stars.
Not a Sinatra fan, but I mean not.
I mean, I'm
totally,
not, but he's got a couple really good ones.
Something,
Dude can sing.
something with Jupiter and Mars.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good song.
Yeah, I don't.
I almost sang. Did you hear me? I almost
did,
sang.
I
All
did.
right.
I came
So
real
moon
close.
landing.
Okay, moon. But then that Fly Me to the Moon solidified it. That movie.
Okay.
solidified
So what's your second one?
that. Ooh, okay, second. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
See, this is going to be quite revealing, like especially with all that's going on in the current world
Yeah.
right now. Like,
Come on. Do you have a second? If you don't have one, you don't have to. You can come
I
back
want
to
to
it.
say aliens. But
No, aliens are real. Obama just said they're real. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, they released.
He went
all
on a
this
random
stuff before the
podcast,
Epstein
something
files
like our
about-
podcast that
okay, it
nobody
was
really knows
on a
about.
obscure nobody.
Yeah, like us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No. The
Obama's
moon.
going to be
I'm
on here
gonna-
next week.
Bro, shoot, if he would come, I would do that in a heartbeat.
I would too.
Just to talk to a
Would you?
president, I
Yeah.
would. I
I would
would.
love to talk to a president. I don't care
Just
who
to be
you
able to
are.
sit and talk to a president, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care who you
Uh-uh.
are. If you would say no to talking to a president, check
No,
yourself.
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, check yourself.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I'd have a lot of questions.
Hold on. Aliens and moon landing. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
You got one, Michael?
The question is, do I want to say them? You know what I mean?
Yes, you do.
Because like I
This
don't
is
even know.
revealing. You're
Because-
revealing yourself right
Because when
now.
it comes to like conspiracy theories, it's like I'm still trying. I mean, they're called that, right? Conspiracy theories, right?
Well, it was
it's a
something that
theory.
started a few years back to just the government started a conspiracy theory thing to
Don't
throw off.
share yours.
No,
No,
to
I'm
throw
with you.
to
I'd
throw
agree,
off
though.
people
Yes.
that had
when
ideas that were
theories
actually the conspiracy theories were actually
Become
true.
real.
Yeah.
They're not theories anymore.
Right.
Oh, I know my number 2.
Do it.
JFK assassination. Who was behind it?
Solid. The government. That's easy.
Babe.
See, I would even go into the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Dude. Are we going there? That's too soon. That's too
No,
soon.
I would agree,
I
and
feel
that's
like
why
that
I'm
may be too
saying.
soon.
That's why I'm saying like some of this.
That's sketchy,
we
bro.
I
can't-
mean,
we
here's my
can't
thing.
talk about Charlie.
There was a comedian, and I don't remember who it was. I wish I remembered his name because it was really funny. But he was going off on like people who don't believe in conspiracy theories, and he was like, I mean, I understand not believing conspiracy theories, but not any of them.
Yeah. Okay. Come on.
Because
Any-
he's like, I got a 5-year-old, and I don't tell that kid everything.
Right. That's
He's
true.
like, do you think our government is telling us everything?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But oh gosh,
Mine are very.
Do you want Greg to go before you?
yeah,
I'll go
probably.
before
I
you.
might need to filter my thoughts before.
I'm not filtering
We're
my
not gonna
thoughts.
talk
It
about.
is-
Don't talk
Well,
about
you
Charlie.
go, and then we'll see.
This
we'll
is what
see
it is.
how
I don't.
far
I
they go.
loved. I literally loved Charlie Kirk.
Oh, absolutely.
I
Still do.
watched him.
Absolute- I still watch his stuff.
I would watch his.
We were fans before this was a thing.
1,000%.
We
Yes,
were.
I've watched him for
when
years.
Thomas sent. I was.
And
I
all of-
remember. I was
all-
working on a home project.
All 4 of our children will agree with us. We were fans way before.
I
it
was
was
redoing a
thing.
porch, and he sent me this, and he goes, "Have you seen this?" And I was like, and I literally remember just sitting in my truck, and I actually wept. I was like, "That's a dude,
When
Charlie
when,
was in
when
a-
he
an
passed.
incredible
a
man.
once in a lifetime guy,
Yeah.
insanely cool dude,
Yeah.
like super smart." But anyway, my 2 biggest ones, and I'm not getting on that one. My biggest one, my top 2 that I will watch all day long: 9/11.
Oh my-
Yes, that was going to be one of them.
9/11 is my conspiracy, and the other one is one that no one ever talks about, and it's the Vegas shootings.
Yes, it doesn't make sense.
No, none of it makes sense. It's the largest. I mean, it's the biggest shooting in American history, and no one talks
Nobody
about
talks
it at
about
all.
it.
Yep.
It's so. If you try to dig far, it's just weird, and it just.
Nobody talks
Those
about
are my 2. That are my top 2. The moon landing falls right there, close to it, because. We get sucked into those, and we
do.
just think they're fun.
Yeah.
And
And
we
we'll watch-
love watching the Y-Files.
We do. Oh my
so if
gosh,
you're
I
out
love
there-
that guy. Can't
If you
remember his
haven't-
name.
If you're listening to our podcast, awesome. You should listen to the Y-Files podcast too, because it's really, really good.
It is
and
so
we
good.
love it. We watch it on YouTube more than we listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't
super
remember.
cool
I
podcast,
feel
though.
bad for not remembering his name, but Hecklefish is
Yes.
his sidekick.
He has Hecklefish.
I
as
can
his
do without
sidekick.
Hecklefish.
Yeah, he has a little fish.
I can do without Hecklefish, but
But
I
Hecklefish
understand
is for
his
him
purpose.
because he deals with anxiety, and he had this thing that was about. It's a cool. If
Something
you haven't
he could
watched the
talk
Y-Files,
to.
go watch it. Super cool stuff.
He's really good at digging into conspiracy theories, like at a dangerous level.
Yeah, well, you'll like
Sometimes
believe it.
it's like,
You're all into
why?
it, and then at the end he goes, "This is all bullcrap." And
But
you're
then,
like, "What?"
but then other times it's like, no, it's real. It's like, why are you talking about this out loud? This is dangerous.
Yeah,
Don't
it's really
say
scary.
that.
Some of the
Yeah.
stuff he
Okay,
talks about is
Michael,
scary.
Oh gosh.
what are
man.
your conspiracy theories?
One, I would probably have to preface with saying I don't know that I have the highest trust in our government.
No, me either. Me either.
And so that kind of opens up a lot of other doors when you don't have that. You know, I mean, I think they do want like general health, population to be safe, things like that. But I think there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that.
But when you have that much money, that much power, There's always corruption.
Are you going to ever
Always.
share your theory?
Just say
One
two. Just
was
say two.
definitely 9/11, but I can't use it because you already used it.
But I mean,
You can use it.
it's a big
This first one's going to be out there because it's so out there
Okay.
that is ridiculous.
I'm excited.
In the sense that it's not like even that believable of a conspiracy theory. But have you? I don't know that this would connect, but
Yes.
do y'all ever like follow the gaming of Assassin's Creed stuff like that?
Yes.
Nope.
I am incredibly fascinated by that.
Jess is like, nope.
So it basically, if you're not
checked out
familiar and
now.
you're listening, Assassin's Creed is a video game, but it's very much based on history, and it's basically this idea of two orders that have existed from the beginning of time, fighting for good versus evil. You know, talking about the apple from the Garden of Eden, right? That can supposedly contains this power, and I'm not saying like that specifically exists, but I think there very much could very really be orders like that have existed for thousands upon thousands of years.
Yeah.
Like
I'm fascinated with Freemasons.
yes,
I'm fascinated with
They're
those.
part of that.
yeah. Well,
secret
that
culture
even
kind of
ties into
thing.
part of what the
Yes.
Assassin's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fascinated with those
Yeah.
things.
so I'm actually playing through Shadows right now. I'm a little bit behind because it came out quite a few years ago. I've
You're
not played
such
it
a
yet.
nerd.
I know.
playing.
You're
I'm
not
so-
kidding. I am.
I love you. I'm just
Producer
playing.
Michael.
playing. I'm
Literally
playing,
last
playing.
night, you want to know what video I watched last night? I'm getting way off topic now. Sorry,
No,
but
it's okay.
No.
I watched a video on how to build a little quarter-watt amp on a
that's
piece of block.
So interesting.
And I'm actually about to do it because it sounds killer good, and it costs like $10 to build.
Well, I sent Greg a TikTok the other day about being a quote unquote blue collar wife. I'm not necessarily a blue collar wife because
Close enough.
Greg,
I'm pretty blue collar.
He's pretty blue collar.
I am pretty blue
for the
collar.
most part, yes, but no, you're not. But also, it was like, this lady was like, I have an insane amount of trust in my husband as a blue collar wife. She was like, if the world shut down, I know that my man would find me a cabin somewhere in the woods,
Build
and
that
he would.
cabin in
Yes.
the woods.
He would rebuild it for safety as well as rewire the electricity and then also give me running water and heating and air just so that we can be comfortable while the world ends around us. And I was like, yes, as a matter of fact, yes.
Do you know
yes.
how good of a lifestyle that would be?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Like, seriously,
there's part of me that would love to live off grid.
I would.
I could do that all day long.
You could
You know,
do that all day long.
earlier
Yeah.
you were talking about just getting rid of your phone, dude. If it weren't for my love of like guitars, electric work, and like mixing, doing digital work, audio,
I was
and
just
that
thinking
kind
in
of
my
stuff.
head, if it weren't for my love of books.
If it
What?
wasn't,
That doesn't even make sense.
you can take your books with
You
you.
can have all
No.
the books you want.
I cannot. If I'm living off grid, I cannot order books to
No,
continue.
you can't because you would have to be on a grid to get it delivered.
This is what I'm saying. So you laughed at me when I said for
No,
my
it's
love
called
of
you
books.
go buy a crap ton of books and then you
No,
go off grid
honey.
with all
No,
those
we
books.
need the new releases.
Greg
we,
will have to build 2 cabins.
We
Yes.
need
One
we
for the books
need
and one for.
we need the new releases. We need to keep them coming.
There's just
we need
something
to
about
keep
the
them coming.
simplicity of that.
We
It's
used to
just
literally
so-
work to live.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our work and our living
Mm-hmm.
was simply to live. We grew crops so that we could eat. We
Yeah.
built a house so that we could live in it. That's
What is
our
it
labor
called if you
was.
live off grid also and you need all of the new book
I don't
releases?
think,
Awful.
I
Off
don't
our
think
grid?
that's living off grid.
Yeah.
If you need all the new book releases, both like grown-up books and children's books,
My
because
bro, I follow
would
in
hope- I
Finland
would
went to the
hope-
military.
Wait, because
Speaking
I would.
of off grid. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
was saying because I would hope that our granddaughter and her family would be off grid with us. So I'm going to need all the
Yeah.
children's books. And books is just what I need.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You're off grid
All right.
Finland man, but you
So my
never
second
shared
one.
second.
Yeah, second.
This one I'm still working through.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't say one way or the other. But in light of a lot of things that are going on, this is so recent. I feel
I'm afraid.
ashamed to throw this out there because I've literally never told anyone this.
You've heard it first here on Baggage
You've
Claim
never
Podcast.
told anyone?
Is Israel
Oh my.
the same nation of Israel that God speaks of in the Bible?
Hmm.
Just because it's named Israel.
Bro. I went down that rabbit hole.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Because
it?
in the Bible of
That-
Israel,
that's
it
a
talks
lot, I know.
because
Jess
the
is giving
Bible
me a
it talks
look now.
about is almost the entire Middle East.
Oh.
Like it lays out the Israel
MG.
and it's the entire Middle East. Like, dude, I'm not. don't hate me on the podcast.
No. And that's
But
what I'm
I'm
saying.
just
Like, I'm
saying-
still
I wanna
trying to
Know what you know. Just know it. It's really intriguing to
Yes.
dig into. Like, go down that rabbit hole.
And I know we just said we're not going to talk about Charlie Kirk. But when you bring in pieces of his choices of his last few days on earth, what he
There's-
knew was right in his heart
You-
versus what happened hours
what's weird
after
to
he was
me?
assassinated.
What's weird to me is how people assassinate other people with their words online on social media.
Oh my gosh.
Like people attack Candace Owens, they attack Tucker Carlson, and they're just slamming them, saying all these things about them, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. You're frustrated, but then you're name calling as much as you're calling them names. Saying like it's like, bro,
And the
they're just asking
frustration-
questions. Why
and
not answer the
but the
question and move
frustration
on?
part, though, is just simply out of, I don't agree with you.
Right.
And that's okay.
it's okay to disagree.
And people who are
like,
listening,
you may hear this and think what I'm saying about Israel's like awful, ungodly, whatever.
That's what
And
I was about to
get
say.
that, but we should also, like, as Paul says, throwing out scripture, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Like, there's nothing wrong with questioning.
and it's also, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with each other.
No.
You
Nobody ever
should.
said you can't disagree, but when you disagree and it turns into violence and hatred and just ugly. That's where it changes.
Well, what's
like,
crazy-
I'm friends with people and I love people in my life that I don't agree with, and they know that I don't agree with. But
One of my
we
best
still
friends,
love one another.
We were on a road trip together just 2 weekends ago. And it's great. And I love this about being able to have conversations with people you disagree with. But
That's the whole
it's
thing is
so
about having
much-
conversations so that you can know where each other comes from.
Yes,
And then
absolutely.
still arrive at the same point respectfully of like, I don't agree with you, but that's cool. I still like you.
But chances are, realistically, even if you don't agree about a method in which something should be done, most of the time you have the same end goal of what you want to see done.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the end goal.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
so, like, at that point, and that's what was so great about our conversation. We had a 2-hour drive. We were going up to Blairsville for a D-Now. And, like, it was great. We got to talk about so many things, and we don't always agree. And that's we do agree on a lot of things, but we don't always agree.
What's a D now for our friends that aren't listening?
It's called a discipleship now. So I do
Aren't listening.
music,
Who don't know.
leading worship, and doing band. I say band stuff as if that would just make sense. I was hired to go out and help lead worship, put on production for an event out in Blairsville a couple weeks ago. So that's what we were both heading out there to do that.
Yeah.
But no, it's sad that I feel like a lot of our culture and a lot of our society does not allow us to have disagreeing conversations
Well,
that are
because-
still civil and friendly.
Right, because we can't debate, we can't have conversation about
No.
if you and I
Well, we
disagree
can
about
get
something,
personal.
it's
It
either
gets
like
personal if we disagree.
yeah, you pick your side, I pick my side, and that's it. It's like
Yeah.
no. I want to know how you think. I want to know how you
absolutely.
feel.
I can fully understand my own side, and I can attempt to understand the other side. And we can disagree, but I can still love you.
yeah,
Absolutely.
And I can still like you as a person.
Right,
We can
yeah,
still do
completely.
life together.
Go have fun. Yeah.
But that's
Yes.
not.
So if you haven't noticed yet, this is very different.
So the thing is
Yeah.
for me though, like, and this is so true for my life. If I have a bunch of people around me who believe like me, look like me, act like me, say the same things I do, that's a red flag for me. I'm like, ooh, wait a minute.
I don't want that.
Like, I
You don't
want
wanna be in
people.
an echo chamber.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want
I
people
don't.
around me who are like, why do you believe that way?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you think that way? How'd you get there? Like, I want people to question and push and ask questions, and me to ask questions back and have dialogue because
Well,
I'm
because
like,
the-
I want to know.
The exciting part on this side of it, of when they're asking and pushing, it's not a defense mechanism. It's like no, I want to dig deeper into who I am and why I believe what I believe.
Well, and what a way to get to know someone is to know why they believe differently than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's the motivation that drives them to think that way?
But I want you to be able to fully articulate to me why
yeah.
you believe what you believe rather than you just don't agree with me, you this, that, you. Like, no, I really,
Yeah,
truly,
and
I want.
We always go to hate because it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's easy just to say hate. Like, dude, as weird as it is, we're brand new and we're trying to figure this out. like in the podcast world. So we did we did like a boost and we did some advertisement. We got some of
Yes.
the
Oh my
rudest,
gosh.
hatefulest, meanest comments about, first off, we were racist. We were supporting pedophiles. I don't know where the hell that came from.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like,
And all we did was promote one of our
it was our
posts.
50th episode. It was
Yeah.
our 50th
And then there was
episode.
another word, another R word that is really, really mean.
You don't want to say it?
I don't. Cause
Oh,
it's
good.
mean.
Basically, they called us retarded.
Basically.
That's
They
not basically.
literally
That's exactly
did.
what they called us. And Jess was like, "Well, that's hateful. You don't even know
And
us."
also, yes, to point out, we don't even know any of these people.
No,
No,
the people that
at
said
all.
all those things. Yeah.
But that's the thing, though.
yeah.
You see those things on social media. You see those things out in the world, and people can just say whatever they want
Social
because I'm
media
behind
is so
a,
dangerous,
It's
man.
because I'm
Oh, it
behind a
can.
keyboard. I can say
Yeah.
whatever I want whenever I want to.
But
It's like
the
that's not real. It's not
the
real.
post that those folks were commenting those hateful things about had nothing to do with anything at all.
It was just simply saying, "Hey, we have our 50th episode."
yeah,
Well,
and
some
it was
of them
just
was
like,
attacking
hey,
the
we're
church
gonna
and our
say
pastor,
this.
and I
we're
was
gonna
like,
say,
Bro, we're not. The church has nothing to do with this.
No.
They let us use their lobby, and we're having it in their lobby. That's literally
because it was a
like,
way cool space.
Nobody
and
else
they're
is
very
there.
Gracious,
Yeah.
yes.
I was like, dude, what is? But that just shows where people are in the world. It's like I'd rather. It's easier for me to respond with hate and anger than to respond with something that's actually worthwhile.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
question time devolved really
it
quick.
went
I
way
went
out
from
there.
like question time to be like, "Hey, what's your conspiracy theory?"
But also,
to, like,
we don't
social
really
media
have
sucks.
we don't really have a goal of what we're talking about right
I
now.
have
anyway.
a goal, and I know we didn't
Okay.
have a goal, but if y'all would humor me, and we lost timing. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We are about 18 minutes in.
Oh, okay, good,
Um,
nice.
But we normally get to share thoughts and opinions on things we've gone through in life, be it marriages, blended families, raising kids, things like that. But we don't get a lot to just simply talk about personal interests.
Oh.
So I got questions for you two.
Oh,
sweet. boy.
If y'all are good with entertaining that.
Dude, I'll,
Okay,
answer,
yeah.
I'll answer anything you say.
Like, just in a sense, like, what is your go-to hobby? Like, you've got a full weekend, let's say,
all right,
Okay.
so
respective for both of you, okay? So, like, say, hey,
is
you've got
it-
the full
are-
weekend.
Are we together or
one
separate?
Of separate. One of
Okay.
y'all's going to be gone for the weekend. So for
Okay.
Greg, Jess is gone for the weekend. Greg's gone for the weekend. You get the entire house to yourself. Money's not a question as far as like,
Okay.
I'm limited by funds, or like you just get to do what you want to do.
Because
What do
they're
you do?
very different answers if we're together or if we are
Yes,
separate.
yeah,
100%.
but individually, where
Individual.
and then maybe I don't know. We'll see how it goes and how long if there's
Okay.
a together one.
Go ahead.
Together. It's separate. Okay. Me.
Yeah,
At the same time. At
Go
the same
ahead.
time.
1, 2, 3, go.
you turn.
Okay. You turn.
You turn.
Me turn.
This is what happens when we record the second episode for the night.
Yeah. If I'm by myself, no doubt about it, I'm going to read. I will read till my head falls off.
Fiction, nonfiction,
Fiction.
fiction.
I do like the occasional historical fiction.
Yeah.
Like,
Hang on, historical fiction.
yes.
Okay. See, I'm like, if it's historical, give me historical. Don't be.
No,
Yeah,
don't be
don't
crossing
don't
those
put.
lines.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one historical fiction book ever for myself is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
It's World War II. It's the whole thing. And then Netflix did you watched it with me.
I
made
did
you
watch it. It was a
with me.
great show.
Historical fiction, period.
Okay,
Forever.
keep going.
But
What's next?
fiction is
Okay.
my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fiction.
nice.
Before I met Greg, painting was a thing that I did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Jess back into painting.
Well, you should.
Yeah,
I
that's what
know,
I'm talking
and
about.
I'm
I
going
want
to.
to create a
I'm
place
going
for her to
to.
paint.
Like some Bob Ross type stuff, or like what kind of
well,
painting?
like
'Cause
there's
so many
the
different
painting. The
ways.
painting that's behind us. That was Jess's
the peacock
painting.
feather
Okay, yeah.
back there.
Yeah,
that was
so-
just from my brain. That the cross behind us, that was a class that I did. It started off with classes. Like some friends invited me to do it was like a what was it called? It was kind of like sipping paint or
Yeah.
whatever it was called. I didn't drink then, but so I would just go and they would just kind of step by step I guess it might have been a Bob Ross vibe, but it wasn't that like
Bob Ross is bad.
detailed.
Ass. He's freaking cool.
But
He is.
then me growing confidence there, that was an outlet when I was a single mom through my grief. It was just that was just an outlet. My grandmother would come over on Tuesdays and watch the kids while I would
so cool.
like we'd have dinner together and I would go paint and she would put the kids to bed. I would come home. But then that kind of evolved to like I would see things on like Pinterest or just in the world or just whatever, and I would take a picture and I would just look at the picture and I would just paint it.
Can I tell you something that I see incredibly cool about that?
What?
My great grandmother, her name was Gammy, is what we call her.
Gammy. That's awesome.
Gammy.
That's awesome.
I remember, and I was a lot younger when she passed away, but she painted.
Love it.
And all of my siblings have pictures of hers that she painted.
See, I think
In our
that's
homes.
what's cool.
Well, we have a whole.
And I cherish and love that.
I told Jess, I want to take our entire our podcast studio
and he
and
wants
put
me to.
nothing but Jess's
my
paintings
paintings.
throughout the
Yes.
entire studio. I was
Yes.
like, I think it would be awesome because I was like, I would vibe in that.
Well, I mean, that's
I
what's so
know.
cool about like with paint. I mean, you look at that, and you look at more modern art, like in my world, music, recordings,
Yeah.
podcasts, things like this that are published, things that are going to be out there for a while. You are leaving a mark and a legacy
Yeah.
of your mind and your soul, your heart.
And I'll tell you too, though, I never painted before TJ passed away, and so for me, the first class that I was invited to with some friends from work, they were just like, just get out of the house, get away from the kids, and just do something for you. And I was like, okay, I really like this. And so I kept going every week and every week and every week. And it was just something was like, and I can see through the several paintings I have, I can see how in the beginning it was very dark. And there's one specific one. I remember my first painting that I did. It was like we were supposed to imagine we were laying down in the woods and we were looking up at the sky, and it was supposed to be branches. And mine was very dark compared to my friends. And I was just like, okay, that's different. Like
Isn't it crazy how that works, though?
it was, and
Yeah, but that was your
that was my
subconscious.
Yeah, that was your
perspective. That's where I
perspective.
was at.
Yeah.
Because I was laying down and the sky was dark. It felt like night. And I was looking at my friend April next to me, and I was like, okay, well, you've got the sunshine under your. It was like, where'd the sunshine come from with your tree branches? Because that's not what my sky looks like right now. And then, so I was,
man.
you can see it progress through some
Yeah.
of the paintings of like what my perspective was.
Well, your healing perspective too.
And it was,
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
Very, very healing all the way through those 2 years of painting. And then you, Greg, would come with me.
Which
several
I
times.
absolutely loved. I love the sip part, not the paint part. I would do the sipping, not the painting. So
But it was
I just see Greg walking up with his own cooler.
I did. I drug my cooler in there several times. I was sitting on my cooler.
behind me, and you can hear him
I'd be
open his
like-
cooler.
You might want a drink? I got
Yeah.
drinks.
Nope, no, okay, just me, all right.
But then still behind me, he would just be like, why did you choose to make the whatever this color? Because he'd be watching the teacher or the coach, I guess would be a better word for it. Watching the coach be like, and now we're going to whatever this with this flower in this direction. And I would not do it that way. And he would ask me why. And like, it was very, I've never used the word cathartic, like just
No,
working
very much
through
so.
that. And then I remember one of the last times I painted was like a couple years into our marriage. We were on a trip with some friends to the mountains with my parents. And I haven't painted since then.
I know.
And
Our
I don't
painting
know.
stuff just kind of went in the
Isn't
corner.
it crazy how your, I mean, I only know to say like your heart, your subconscious, like comes out in moments like that.
Oh,
when
it
you're
totally
just
did.
art
But I love
raw.
Jess's art because I'm like, that's raw, real of who
was,
you
yeah.
are. And I was like, I would let you paint every day if you wanted
Well,
to.
even
Like,
like
that's just so cool
even
to
the
me.
You
cross-
remember? Sorry,
even-
you go.
Even the cross painting that's in our studio now, like
I love that painting.
we were in the studio doing that, and I got to choose my colors. Of course, I mean, and at that point, you can tell where I was. My background is black, and But then also,
when we met, your kitchen cabinets were black.
They
Everything
were.
in your kitchen was
my
dark.
mantle, I
kitchen
painted it
cabinets are
black.
right now.
Yeah, I was like, girl,
yeah.
come on.
I guess when looking back at it, it was very much so from my heart.
Yeah.
But like in the sanding portions, like we sanded the
It
paintings.
looks awesome. It's like a very rustic.
But we
like,
were led
raw look.
in that. But mine did not turn out like everybody else's. Mine was very much sanded. A lot of color was gone. Like, I mean, I haven't thought about it in a long time. I mean, you brought up like a month ago ish, and you pulled out my painting bin. He was like, Greg said, "Okay, go through these boxes, this paint, and see what's dry and what you can
we need to
use."
get rid of what we need to get. Like, if you
Like-
need easel, I'll build you one. Whatever you
Yeah.
need, I'll build it. Like,
You
I want to
have
watch you
built me a
paint.
couple easels, and then we gave them away to other
Isn't
people.
it
But
so therapeutic too, though?
it is, yeah. It is.
Well, I know for
It
her, painting is like woodwork for me. Like
True.
when I
Yeah,
go in
yeah,
the
yeah.
shop
It's so true.
and I turn on music in the shop, it's like that's my space. Dude,
Yeah.
the smell of the wood,
Oh, dude, isn't it good?
gosh, just so.
And for me, like the smell,
love
the
it.
paint, acrylic paint doesn't always smell, but like getting it on me, getting it on my hands, getting on my whatever I'm wearing.
Your
like,
smock.
I don't have a smock.
Isn't that, that's what it's called, right?
It is
think
called a
so.
smock.
Yes, yes.
But I had specific T-shirts, like oversized T-shirts I wear because I knew I could like wipe my paintbrushes on myself. Like it was a whole thing.
Just beat the devil out of it, you know.
You just beat the devil out of it, like
Good old
Bob
Bob Ross.
Ross does.
but that's the
And paint
that's
some
the
happy
beauty
little
though
trees.
of the.
Happy little ass.
Have you seen the conspiracy theory about Bob Ross's paintings that he's painting a murder scene?
What?
No.
Okay, that's a
Bob Ross murder
I
scene
know what I'm
conspiracy.
YouTubing tonight.
Okay, there's your YouTube for tonight, boys and
If
girls.
you don't know what to YouTube tonight,
there you go.
Bob Ross murder scenes.
All right, so the reality
I
when
don't believe it because Bob Ross was an angel on earth.
but when I hear you say that, it makes me think that was your process of developing you
Yes,
to
it
become the
was.
healthiest version of you. You didn't know it at the time, but
I
that
had
was
no
it.
idea.
And that's so. That's one of those things we
Thankfully,
should
I don't know if
constantly
Rebecca
chase.
and April are listen at all, but thank you, Rebecca and April, for inviting me to that first class.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were bringing out, or at that point, it was shutting off some things, like shut off all these other worries. You've got nanny to keep the littles at home. Just shut off your brain and just listen to Krista tell us what to paint, and then
beautiful.
that just led for me to go for more of Krista's classes when she opened up the studio, and just turn your brain off and just paint. And it
Just
doesn't have
let the
yeah.
emotion come out.
Yeah, like she would lead us, but mine didn't always turn out what she was
That's okay.
telling us to do.
How about
But-
you? I want to hear you. I want to hear the answer to your question for that.
I have not done mine in a while, and it's sad.
That is
honestly.
sad.
Matter of fact, it's probably been like 2 years since I've done this. No, I did it about a month ago. I just want to pick up my guitar with no agenda.
Yeah. You used to write.
Yeah. Actually, about a month ago, I wrote another little doohickey thing.
Did you?
Doohickey thing?
Yeah, it's not.
Would that be called a
I
song?
do write, but I feel there's a lot of different ways to write music. A lot of times you write music for others, or like as a worship leader, you write for the church, things like that. I feel like most of my writing is for me. It's not that I'm trying to, record it or write it.
Greg,
for a
have you
church
ever
to-
heard a song that Michael has written?
Yes, I have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say early talking about the whole dark thing. I remember about a month after my divorce was
I have
final.
Michael
Never-
and I had spent a lot of time together.
We
I've
spent a
never
lot of
heard
time.
anything you've written.
I can play something. I may play something after this tonight. I'll play
Okay.
one. But I remember I recorded a song because before that I hadn't recorded it in a few years. Because I used to, when I was younger, what I wanted to be, like if I chose what I wanted to be growing up, was a recording engineer. Meaning I would produce, mix,
Okay.
master,
Yeah.
help write the musical parts, help, produce songs, help finalize lyrics, things like that. And so I remember I sat down and I reproduced a song. I rewrote a song, did a cover. But I did it in like this minor key or something because I thought it sounded so cool at the time. And all I
Probably
remember is I
did.
sent it to Greg, and all I got back was, "Hey, bro, are you okay?"
No way.
I did. It was very kind of like I
It was
listened.
such a so.
way.
And the song itself specifically, and it's such a, especially in the South here. "You Are My Sunshine."
Yeah.
You are my sunshine, my only sun. If you look at the lyrics, they're incredibly sad.
This song itself is sad.
It's ridiculously sad. So I did.
It was
like,
written
super
to be
slow.
sad. It was written from a place of mournfulness.
Yes, I did it. I did it really slow, and I did it in a
Yes,
minor
it was
key,
very much
like just
Mm-hmm.
acoustic guitar and
Yes.
singing, and that's it. Yeah, I've actually I can't find it. I tried to go find it. I don't know where it is. It's on because I had a different computer at the time. I can't even find that recording. No.
Oh wow.
Because it was not written to be a happy song.
No, but
How
all
we've
covers we know of
changed it.
is fun and happy, but it's not a fun.
Except
and happy
for
song.
Morgan Stapleton, when Chris Stapleton's wife, when
Mm-hmm.
she recorded it, it doesn't feel happy.
No.
Because it's not.
So my fun, happy, whatever you want to call it, hobby or whatnot is either one, just picking up my guitar without an agenda, because music is what I do for a living. Every time I do music, it's tied around an
for a
event, a
purpose.
service. It's for something. And so I don't always get a chance to just sit back and enjoy the music. Because music, and we were talking about this before we started recording, we were listening to classical music. We were talking about the candlelight shows that have been coming around Atlanta.
have to
Classical
go to
music,
one.
beautiful music.
Yeah.
And how music itself can evoke such an emotion.
It's powerful.
It is
It's very powerful.
Well, and you think about it, because we don't really think about music this way. Like, music is a language.
Yeah.
Oh, it 100%
Like,
is.
by definition, music is a language.
Yes.
You can write it, you can read it, it conveys emotion, it can convey urgency, it convey chill vibes.
As a teacher, just like a general education teacher, I do know that. And so that's one of the reasons why from start to finish of my little day, I teach first grade, there's classical music playing from start to finish of our day, because it just awakens a different part of their brain.
Yes, absolutely.
And even for my own self, I know that for my own self, like if the TV's not on, there's music playing in our
Yeah,
house
we have a lot
Yeah.
of music.
constantly.
And I'm the same way a lot of times.
Literally
Well, if
constantly.
if you sit down at our table,
There's music.
There's
We'll have
always
a-
music.
we'll
Like,
have
what
a
was it? We
music-
finished recording the last episode, and I was doing that, and I was like, turn it up. Come
yeah,
on.
we
Why
have
is it
music
so
playing,
quiet?
just kind of
Yeah.
chilling. Yeah,
And we've talked about too, you and I, Greg, about how we need to be more mindful of playing like classical music and like not something so
give him some AC/DC,
wordy.
man.
yeah.
Throw some Ozzy out there.
But
No
we
more
do.
tears.
But
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. But we do play like our like fun music. But we've talked about how we need to be more mindful about playing like classical music that doesn't have words, that evokes more emotion and more thought provoking. And I mean, I'm intentional about that in my classroom with my children. Like, you can walk into other classrooms in my building and it's silence. And I'm just like, what?
I don't like silence
That
like that.
well,
me
but
either.
what's the
I mean, there's
fun?
times
Number
for
one,
it. There's
what's
times for it.
there's never a time for that in my classroom. It's like number one, it's no fun. Also, the I have to think about thinkers like me that need that stimulation just in the background. It's not loud, like it's just
No, but it's
just a
enough.
little background, kind of like a hum, like a just. It's so important just for stimulation, but
Okay.
Well, and
What else?
music for me, playing music is what is so therapeutic for
No.
me.
yeah.
Like, when I'm going through a hard time, if all I do is just pick up my guitar and sit down for an hour to do whatever, I may
that.
play the same thing over and over again. I may do something different. I may play a song. I may not. I just play, you know.
Wow.
Chords and whatever.
Actually, one thing that oh man, this actually might get me a bit emotional. When I was walking through divorce, a lot went down in my life at that specific moment. Like, within 2 months, like, everything fell apart.
Well,
Yep.
professionally too.
Yes, professionally, family wise, on multiple angles.
Yeah.
So when my wife left, like 2 days later, come to find out, one of my best friends and mentors also was going through stuff and basically up and moved away. And after that, about it's quite Well, I'll say this and then I'll say what's comical. About 2 weeks later, both of my grandparents passed away within 24 hours of each other. And about 3 weeks later, my brother's house burned down in the middle of the night while they were in it. And thankfully, they all got out safe. And then about 2 weeks after that, I'm riding home after work, and I hit something in the road, and then half my car, I just see this big old blue mist.
Yeah.
Baby blue mist, bright baby blue.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
I freaking ran over a can of spray paint
Yep.
Yes.
in the middle of the road.
You sure did.
And I had a black BMW.
Yep.
And
Cute little sports car.
half of my car
was
immediately
so baby blue.
from the front of the hood to the back of the trunk was baby blue.
So baby blue.
And it felt like all of this happened like within 2.5 months. And
Yeah,
I
it was
could
a
not
lot.
I mean,
catch a break.
because it did. It didn't feel like it. It literally did.
But it was one of those things where, and I just remember because my brother, and this is, I feel like going to get dark quick. Like I remember we were driving back from Gwinnett where my grandparents lived. We just met with my grandmother the night that she passed away. And we were just riding in silence, talking, with siblings, reminiscing, nostalgia, that kind of thing. And I just remember everyone in tears. And I was in so much hurt and pain, I had no tears to give. And I remember my brother asking me like how I was doing, just because there was a lot more going on in my life. And I was like, man, I don't even have emotion left to even think about my grandparents passing away.
My car's
I
blue.
just held my grandmother's hand as she breathed her last breath, and I didn't have an emotion left to give, to care. Not that I didn't care, because I loved my grandparents dearly. But this is what gets me, because was such a great moment of closure for me.
Yeah.
About 6 months before my grandparents passed away, I sat down and we just talked around a table for a few hours. And I don't know what spurred in me to do this, but I started asking them what their favorite songs were growing up. And so I made a playlist on Spotify based on every single song that they mentioned.
Wow.
And so
That's cool.
so it was, probably about a year and a half after the fact, I was sitting down in my room with my guitar, and I just pulled up that playlist, and I just started reading through the songs, and I just started playing them.
Wow.
And dude, like, I'm going to start crying now, but
Yeah,
like just tears in my eyes playing songs that my grandparents loved.
Wow.
And what's crazy is it wasn't until then that I had the tears.
Right.
It
Wow.
wasn't until I had the emotion to give.
Tears are meaningful
So-
no matter when they happen.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
if you
they
I mean,
truly
I feel like
are.
If you're-
I just kind of like,
Because
But if
that's real feeling. Like Greg and I, like Nanny, we've lost her 2.5 years ago now. And Nanny was my grandmother from obviously my whole life. Greg only got 11 years with her. And so I think only 11's a long time, but when
we had 11 good. We had 11 good years, though.
because when he spoke at Nanny's funeral, you spoke about 11 things you learned from Nanny.
Yeah.
Tears are tears no matter what.
yeah.
And tears are like real tears, are real emotion that come from a place of hurt and love, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like
I think
tears come from a place of love.
That's the thing, though. I think at the end, when it's all said and done, like we were talking about the podcast not long ago, and I was like, we were just chatting. We were talking through. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a business guy. So it was like we're in 27 different countries, 230 something cities. But you know what matters to me is that our kids one day
We'll have something to look back on
Yeah.
and listen.
can listen to our voices, sharing our lives, our thoughts,
We
our
really
our things on marriage. I was like, that means more to me than anything in the world. And I was like, and if I can help somebody else,
and that we really
this journey
tried.
along the
We
way,
tried really
perfect.
hard.
yeah. So that's what's
Like
cool.
yes, of course we want now on this public forum. Like yeah, we want to help other people, but like we've got 14 years in of this, of you and me. Like we've tried really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like we have honored where you have come from your hurt, and where Callie and Cody have come from, and where me and Thomas and Aaron Grace have come from, and what we have tried to smash together as a blended family. But we have tried so hard. We have tried hard.
Yeah.
As parents and as spouses.
Yeah.
We've every single day.
And we ain't gotten it right. We ain't gotten it perfect.
No, but good
No
gracious.
one is, man. No one is.
Yeah. You just do the best you
But
can.
we love so hard.
Yeah.
And we try so hard. And we don't always get it right, but we try so hard. Both in our family and our marriage and our friends and people who are in our life. Like, we truly do. We try really hard to just love everybody who comes in our life, and to be, we just try to be real.
Yeah.
And we just want.
I say y'all do that well. You know, when I mean, I've been a part of your lives. How many? What is it? 4 or 5 years now?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like.
It feels like so much longer. It really
All
does.
of it.
In a good way. In a good way.
Right. Yeah. That's why I say it feels like forever
Yeah.
in a good way.
But y'all do that well. Just the people y'all welcome into your home.
At dinner earlier, we was just talking about how Lucy, our granddaughter, loves you. Like when she sees.
I think I made Jess nervous last week.
Lucy loves Michael, though.
She loves Uncle Michael, and
I was throwing her around everywhere, up and over my shoulders, behind my back.
literally throwing her. And I was like, you are going to throw her through the ceiling and she's going to fall through the floor.
And she was giggling the cutest little laugh the whole
cackling
time.
a belly laugh. And every time she would pause, she would make eye contact with you like, what are you going to do now?
I know, right?
I'm like, I'm about to die. But she just like, you are just a part of our life.
Yeah.
You just truly are.
It's beautiful.
And we love you because you're you. And we want the best for you. And we want to show you that we love you. And
Well, I think that's the thing of why we do Baggage Claim. We want the best for any marriage.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to have
for the
the best.
you that's listening right now.
Yeah, I want you to have the best marriage. Like, that's why we literally, it cost us several $100s a month to put this on.
It does.
Like, that's out of our pocket that we put because we
Part
want.
of my blue
Because
collar
baggage
man's
claim
life.
does not make money.
No,
No.
it's not made a dime to this point.
And we're still climbing down.
Yes.
Falling down, climbing, digging down.
I don't
how
know
you'd
what
say
we're
that.
whatever we're doing.
Buckling down.
But we still do it because I want the best. I want somebody who can listen to this and go that and get something out of it.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, they just get something out of it. I'm like, perfect, cool. It's worth it all.
Yeah.
So it's worth it to us. So
Well, I didn't mean for my turn to take such a serious turn.
That's okay.
Greg, how about you, man? Hobbies. What do you do for you, man?
dude, I'm an adventure guy. I love adventure. Like, and I won't be emotional, but like,
Right.
it's like Charles. I texted him. Charles and Callie, our daughter and son-in-law, were coming into town because they live in Pensacola. They're in Pensacola. So
Our
he,
oldest baby child is
Yes.
26, and
So-
her husband.
Yes. And so I raised her a lot. Like,
She's-
we were talking about this. I was like, bless her heart. She knows how to use power tools. She knows how to use a.
It's like you raised her like a dude.
Yeah, she knows how to use a nail gun. She's
I was like,
Heck
she-
yeah,
highly
come on.
capable of
She was
building things.
12 when I came along, and I tried so hard to like instill some of like I'm not a girly girl, but I feel like I'm a combination.
Yeah, you're more girly than
I'm more girly than what she was used to.
yeah, but that's okay.
That's okay.
And so,
It's fine. She
anyway,
knows how to match
needless
colors.
to say, I texted Charles
She does.
and knew Charles was coming to town. I was like, bro, let's grab coffee. I just want to hang out and just spend some time with you. And he called me and he goes, hey, bro, I got an idea. You in? And I didn't even hesitate.
That's it.
I was like, 1,000% I'm in.
He didn't
He's
give
like,
any
"You don't-"
details. Though.
He's like,
you
"You
want
don't
to
even
go?
know what we-
yeah.
I mean,
If the right person asked me that, I'd be all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you don't even know what we're doing. I was like, I don't care, bro. If you want to go do it, I'm doing. Let's do this. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay, well, I want to go do a cold plunge at this Blue Hole Falls. And I was like, absolutely. Just say when. I'll come pick you up. Are you going to be at the house? You want me to come pick you up? And
when Greg was telling me about it, I was like, do I have to go?
yeah,
I was like, no, it's just me and Travis. I was like, yes.
yeah. So I was like,
I can stay home and read.
so it was so fun. Like we spent we literally drove up to the mountains. We talked, hung out.
It was most of the day.
Yeah, and
it
just
was
hung
big
out.
time.
We found this waterfall, showed me what we hiked around, showed waterfall, and then we did a cold plunge. We hopped in this cold waterfall. It was what, January or December? Like
It was
That's gonna be
January. It was
cold.
near
January.
Kylie
It was
Girl's birthday.
cold. Yes, it was cold.
It was January.
I remember getting in, and it was cold. But the fact I did it with him,
I was at home in a
was
warm
everything for
blanket
me.
reading.
yeah. So for me, it's like, call me and say, hey, I want to go skydiving, bro, I'm in. I want to go do this, bro, I'm in. Like, let's go. Like, if you give me a weekend and I have to spend it by myself at home, that's the epitome of miserable for me. Like,
Really?
I want to be with people going and doing something that is just fun.
What's your example of miserable?
by
Staying at home
myself,
by
by
Oh,
myself.
okay.
for
So
an
you're
entire
an
week.
extrovert.
Yes, like
So-
I gain energy from people.
So I'm a learned extrovert. So I could stay at home by myself and do nothing all weekend and be content. Like be
Yes.
at peace.
No,
Yes.
not
But
me.
I love going out and doing stuff.
Okay. What
but
is
it does drain me to go out.
Okay,
Oh,
what
not
you just
me.
said was a learned extrovert. I am at peace in my home, just being cocooned in my home, whatever it be that I'm doing, movies, laundry, reading. If you make me go do something out in the world, I will learn to have fun there. What is that called?
I could see. I mean, I've learned extrovert.
That's the learned
could see that.
extrovert? Okay.
So I mean, a lot of part of like ministry and just being when you do events like D-Nows, things like that.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be the hype guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what if you're an introvert? How are you supposed to be the hype
True.
guy that sets the energy of the room when you're the introvert?
Okay. So both times I've been the wife of the extrovert. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stay home
You're
with
just hanging on for the ride.
I'm
You're hanging
gonna
on for dear
just stay
life.
home with the children. I'm just gonna be the mama.
Yeah.
And see, now I just dragged Jess to it. I was like, no, you're not staying home. We're
I'm
going.
like, oh God.
We're going to do
I don't have to
this.
stay
See,
home with
like
children
last year
anymore.
at church, they asked me to host our we call it KidCon, which is basically like a VBS. And I tell you what, just getting up there and just not, this is gonna sound bad, yelling at, but with a bunch of like fifth graders.
You have to.
And they're just like, I'm like, what's up, everybody? And they're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, because they'll just match whatever energy
They-
you give
yes,
them.
they
You know?
do.
And so you just go out there crazy, and
Yeah.
they'll match your crazy, and
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
that
awesome.
is fun.
I love that.
That is fun.
And then I crash afterwards because
See, I gain energy from that.
You
Like
do.
that's my,
You do.
and that's probably the hardest part for me because I do real estate, and then I spend a lot of time by myself.
And I'm like, everybody just give me 6 5-year-olds. And
Yeah,
we'll,
and so
we'll just
for
talk
me,
about
I'm
it.
like, I want around people. Like I just want to go. Like I told Jess, I was like, I want to get a little sign that's made that says baggage claim. Let's talk about relationships.
Yeah.
And just go to the coffee store and just set it like coffee shop and just set it on the table and see if anybody will come talk to me.
And I'm like, I would rather
why
die.
not?
And I was like, I
Does
just
that
want
change my mind? That kind of
yeah,
thing.
like just kind of like come talk to me. Let's
And
talk
like,
about your
I would
relationship.
rather put a sign on a table that was like, "Let me teach your 5-year-old how to read." Woo!
I'm just intrigued by people. I'm intrigued by
Yeah.
adventure. People very much intrigue me though. So I love if I'm doing it with other
Which is
people.
why your degree is in sociology.
I love that. So I don't like life alone. I think off-grid living would be fun if I was with someone.
I would love it.
If I was by myself.
well, that's the difference between off-grid living versus with someone.
well, because I follow the dude that's.
Well, no, you can be off grid with others.
Well, I follow a dude who's
Yeah.
off grid, who's
in
I think-
Finland.
You
No.
follow a dude who's off grid. You realize how like
Yes, we do realize that. But yes, it's
what's
a
the word
thing.
I'm looking for?
I don't care.
Obscure.
No, that's not. It's
What's the word
oxymoron.
for opposite?
Is that right?
Yes. Anyway, he's in a cabin by himself in Canada, and he has a dog.
He has a girlfriend too.
No, does he have a girlfriend?
Yes.
No, not the Finland guy. The guy in Canada. This
Oh, I was
building
thinking
that.
about
Follows
Finland.
two off grid guys.
Yeah, I do follow two. I follow
I'm sorry, I
two.
thought of it.
And they're buddies
Finland.
though. Like they're buddies. They've hung out together.
Oh, really?
Yes,
They're
actually,
so
which is
off
kind of
grid.
crazy.
They
yeah.
found each other.
Through YouTube. But it's just like I couldn't do that by myself. Like I just
Yeah.
I know
Also,
I'm
if
made
I
for
was
more.
there, you would get bored of me.
I don't think so.
100%.
No.
Yes, you would.
No, you
Go
just
make
tell
friends
yourself
with
that.
a beer or something like
He
that.
would.
He'd
No.
come home with a
He
bear.
would name
He'd
one-
come home riding a bear, honestly.
He would.
That's I would not surprise me
And the
at
bear's
all.
name would be producer Michael.
I did have a pet cow that I rode
I
one
know.
time when I was a kid.
Yes, I
growing
know.
up. So anyway,
man.
wow.
You are like 52 minutes into
Oh
this
my
bad
gosh!
boy.
So it's a lot of us rambling.
Oh my gosh.
This
I
is
have to go to
us.
Well, and we also hope you just get to know us in a different way.
Yeah,
Go to school in the morning,
you do. It's okay.
boys.
So you've listened to us ramble. This is just a
If you're still here, thank you.
yeah. I
Like,
can't
And
believe
like,
you're still here.
what?
I would call you friend if you are still
Yeah,
listening to this.
I'll buy you a
conversation.
drink
Cheers.
if we ever meet you out somewhere.
Cheers.
I'll buy you a drink. There you go.
Cheers to whoever's still here.
Yes, thank you. We're just cheersing our drinks we have. I'll buy you a drink if you're out somewhere and you'd be like, bro, I'm a Baggage Claim fan. Done. I'll buy you a drink. If you
You're my-
ever
you're
come
my
up
new
in
best
public
friend.
and tell me you listen to Baggage Claim, I will buy you a drink.
No
That's-
matter where we are.
Yeah, that's easy. So, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being a part of our ridiculousness, our life, and
Yeah.
just allowing us just to share. Here's the thing for you. I would say, man, find a community that you can be real, you can be honest, you can be open.
It makes such a difference, man. The health in your own personal life, like, gosh, to be able to have that is insane.
Yeah, what we have here is really cool. It's really fun.
Be the best you can be.
Yep. So true.
Yep. And we
Anything
want
else?
you to be a part of it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Anything else to add?
Go dogs.
Go dogs. Man, it's getting close. I love it.
Spring
Can I
game.
say, like,
the spring
literally
game is a few weeks
This
away.
weekend, I wanted so badly to get some wings and watch a Bulldog game.
Oh god, it was a great.
I mean, we have a
weekend.
few recorded.
Yeah, we could watch an
I
old
mean,
game.
shoot, why don't we just do that all summer anyways?
Yeah,
Just watch reruns.
just getting ready.
We
I
can
mean,
just play,
the one thing we
can
have
play
coming
Corey
up.
Smith songs.
The one thing we have coming up, we have the Masters coming up.
That is true. We're going to
So
do that.
we'll do a Masters get together, which is really fun.
It is fun.
And a blast, and then that's kind of lead off to like
we don't get to say
spring
go
game.
dogs because Bubba Watson's not playing there anymore.
who?
Bubba.
Oh no, not at Masters.
I know, that's what I said. We can't say go dogs during the Masters anymore because
That's okay.
Bubba's
We
Watson's
can
not
say go
playing.
dogs whenever we
You
want.
say
He's
thank
wearing
you.
a Sikkim shirt right now. What you
Yeah,
talking about?
Say whatever
That
I
is
want.
so
Dog
true.
Nation.
Dog Nation Daily. Brandon
Oh,
Adams.
that's actually a thing,
That's a
isn't it?
different
Yes,
thing.
it is.
That's a different thing.
Yes, it is.
My
It's a
cousin.
podcast.
It's my
No,
cousin.
this is baggage claim.
Yes,
Sorry.
this is
Not-
baggage
not
claim.
claim.
That's a different thing. Yes. All right. So love you guys. Thanks for joining us. Please, Lord, don't let this.
Tank.
Yes, your idea of baggage claim. We love you guys.
Just trying
thanks-
something different, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining in. We're just figuring it out.
Okay,
So-
and as always, guys,
What?
go dogs.
Go dogs.
Oh,
Oh,
go
we're
dogs.
doing them live. Go dogs.
All right, we go to-
Gosh.